Hey everyone, Mark Hespin here, host of On the Mark on News Talk 1070 KHMO. Time for our Wednesday update video. Excited to jump into this topic. We've talked a ton about what the Bears should do with the number one overall pick and how I've committed to Caleb Williams. Now I want to take some time and talk about what the Chicago Bears should do with the number 9 overall pick in the first round. It's causing a lot of frustration online. You're seeing a lot of different opinions. I'm here to lay out what I think the best course of action for the Chicago Bears at pick number 9 is. Like and subscribe. As always, follow me on all social media channels at Mark Hespin. Let's jump into it. If you tell me there's a plethora of options, right, for what the Bears could do at 9, and I really think there are. I think the Bears need to first and foremost evaluate their own roster currently where it sits. We know they need a quarterback. They're going to address that at number 1. They're taking Caleb Williams. Beyond that, there is a lot the Chicago Bears roster needs as far as just general depth, but there are 3 to me starting positions that I think are wide open. And at number 9, I'm really looking for the Chicago Bears to address one of these 3 wide open starting positions. The number 1 starting position that's wide open, I think, is the center position. I don't think the Chicago Bears are going to address this at number 9. You're not going to draft a center at number 9. That's where a lot of the talk about the tackles come in, though. Well, if they really like Fashanu, if Joe Alt somehow falls to them at number 9, could they take them? Could they move Braxton Jones in? Could you then get Nate Davis to go to center? And you kind of work things like that. It's a possibility. I think it's the least favorite of my possibilities. So center is an obvious position of need. The other 2 to me that are like you absolutely must address them in the draft are the edge rusher and the wide receiver number 3 position. So in terms of looking at this number 9 overall pick, what I think they should do as far as in order of how they should handle it. Number 1, I think the most important thing is if there is a really good trade offer to get out of there, get out of there. If the Bears can pick up a second round pick and some extra picks in this draft, they have depth needs. They have positions of need. I think they need to be flexible throughout this draft to go trade up, trade down when they need to. So I would look to trade down if and only if Harrison Jr., Malik Nabers, and Rome Odunze is off the board. To me at number 9, if Rome Odunze, Nabers, or Harrison is there, you take the best of those. Not only will that solve your wide receiver 3 position immediately, but also it will allow that player to then grow with Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. And the most important thing, we've talked about this so much, the Chicago Bears have to support whichever quarterback they choose. If they're choosing Caleb Williams, the best thing they can do for him is get him a go-to guy to go alongside DJ Moore, and you don't have to worry about him being the number 1 guy. He'll start off as a number 3, and you can bring him along as a rookie, especially under the tutelage of Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and then he'll be DJ Moore's running mate and Caleb Williams, second go-to guy over the next couple years. I think it's an absolute home run if they can get Nabers, Odunze, or Harrison Jr. at 9. If they can't get one of those guys at 9, trade out. Get out of there. Try to get into the 12, 13, 14 range where you have some more flexibility. That's when Dallas Turner becomes really in play. Maybe the kid out of UCLA, Latu, if you like him more. There's an edge rusher possibility. To me, that's the second position I would target. You absolutely need to feel if you're in the first round, if you can't get that wide receiver 3 figured out. So I would go Odunze / Harrison / Nabers. That's number 1 choice. Number 2 choice for me would be trading out, get down lower in the first round, gain a second round pick, add some more picks because you need the picks, you need the depth, you need the flexibility in case you want to trade up for someone later on in the draft who you really have your eye on in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, things like that. If you do that, hopefully then you can land with an edge rusher. I wouldn't force the wide receiver 3 position then, in the 15, 16, 17 range. If I'm not getting one of those top 3 guys, then I'm going to wait later in the draft and hopefully find a real kind of diamond in the rough type of guy in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round who could turn into a star. In the first round, if I can't get one of those 3 wide receivers, I want to go get myself the best edge rusher on the board, whether that's a Dallas Turner. Jared Verse has been climbing up a lot of people's draft boards as well. Whoever that might be that they feel fits in their scheme, fits in their system across from Montez Sweat, that would be number 2. So that's kind of my order. What are the key wide receivers? Trade, and then number 2 after the trade would be draft yourself an edge rusher. I really don't want to be too critical of the Chicago Bears, whatever they do. Some people are saying, if they don't do this, I'm going to freak out. Ryan Poles has been fantastic this offseason so far, in my opinion. He got, started really with getting the Montez Sweat deal and getting him traded and getting his deal done. Getting the deal done with Jalen Johnson, which is turning out to be a really great deal. Having the conviction to move off of Justin Fields and now kind of hone in on Caleb Williams. I'm loving a lot of what Ryan Poles has done. Gerald Everett bringing in. A lot of people are saying Brock Bowers. I'm not sold on Brock Bowers in this offense. But I will say, whatever they do at number 9, if it is offensive line, if it's defensive line, if it's wide receiver, or a tight end like Bowers as a weapon, I'll be able to justify it in my head as a diehard Bears fan. I'll be able to justify whatever the Chicago Bears do. I know, yeah, right? Bear down. Whatever they do, I'll be able to justify it. But if it was up to me and I had any sort of say with Ryan Poles, if one of those 3 wide receivers is there, take it. They're going to be a star. They're going to pair it with your star young quarterback. Then try to trade out, get something for it. Don't let Minnesota trade in and don't give Minnesota a quarterback. Don't trade Minnesota. But if you can pick up a second rounder and really help improve this draft, it'll be special. It has a chance to be really special. Number 9 is going to be fascinating. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be teams, I think, Denver, there's going to be other teams that are trying to get ahead of other teams looking to move up for a quarterback. Number 9 could be a great spot for it, depending on how it all shakes out. Can't wait for the draft. We are, 20-something days away, 21 days away. 22 days away, Here's April 3rd. Can't wait for it. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Mark Hespin. As always, follow me on X/Twitter at Mark Hespin. Follow me on Instagram at Mark Hespin. Follow the show on the Mark KHMO on Facebook. And then, as always, tune in Saturday mornings live and local on News Talk 1070 KHMO and the free KHMO app. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think the Bears have to do at number 9? Have to do. Again, wide receiver, trade, get me an edge rusher. I think those are boom. To me, any of those 3, I'm going to be really pumped about come draft night.